So it's time for another Trunk Dairy Fales. This time I'm going to do Frau Holle, Mother Holle. The first time I read this story was actually in German. So don't get any ideas though. I'm not going to be doing Trunk Dairy Fales auf Deutsch. It's not going to happen. As usual, I'm going to go read a story and I'm going to have some drinks and I'll come back and then I'll tell it to you. Are you tired of this yet? No? Good. It's yeah, Mother Holle. I'm gonna tell it to you in a minute. I'm just gonna get a drink. So hold on. Go get yourself a drink. Tell me what it is in the comments. It's almost time for the third, fourth, whatever number episode this is of Trunk Dairy Fales. I'm almost out, so I'm going to make another drink and then I'll tell you a story. But first of all, do you like my shirt? My friend made it. I'm going to link it in the description and then you can go and check out her art because she's really cool and very talented. First Aid Kitch is her name. That's what she goes by. If she wants to tell you her real name, she can do that. I'll make that her business. But anyway, yeah, I hope you like it. It makes my tits look awesome. Awesome. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, my drink's it's got good, except there's a tragedy is afoot. I only have enough whiskey for one more drink. So hopefully I can get through this drunk enough for your satisfaction. Yeah, anyway. Here, cheers. So, Mother Holle. It starts out with, this, you know, like, farmhouse setting. There's a mother and her two daughters. One of them is her own, except she's ugly and fucking lazy as shit. But she favors her. And her stepdaughter, who's beautiful and industrious, and she is forced to be the Cinderella of the house. And so she's forced to spin, and not, you know, in drunken circles, but like yarn or whatever the fuck. So she has a spinning wheel and she has a shuttle, whatever that is. I mean, I know what a shuttle is in weaving, but when you're spinning, I don't know what part that is. Like in Wanted, when he like has to reach in and grab it super fast and slow time and all that shit. I know what that kind of shuttle is, but I don't know what the kind of shuttle is that is involved in a spinning wheel. I digress. So the pretty daughter is forced to spin every day, and she sits in the yard and she spins and spins until she bleeds. And then on this one occasion, she gets blood on the shuttle, and she goes to the well to wash it off, and she drops the shuttle in the well, and she's freaked out. She doesn't know what to do. She goes and tells her stepmom, like, oh my god, I'm sorry. And stepmom's like, you idiot. This is the motion for a backhand across the face. And the daughter doesn't know what to do, so she decides that she'll dive into the well to get it. She blacks out and wakes up in this meadow. And she starts to walk, and she comes upon a bread oven in the middle of the fucking meadow. But whatever, fairy tales. The oven speaks to her actually, and says, what's it say? Oh, take me out, or I shall burn. I have been in too long. I've been baked a long time. Obviously, because you're in a meadow and you're hearing fucking bread ovens talk to you, you're baked a long time. So she takes the bread out of the oven with a bread shovel, whatever that is, and hold on, you want to see more of this, don't complain, because obviously you're drinking along, right? So she takes the bread out of the bread oven with the shovel and carries on her way. And she comes across an apple tree, and the tree's like, oh, shake me, my apples are ripe and ready to be you know, shaken. And so she shakes the tree and gathers up the apples into a pile, and then she goes on her way. And she comes across this house, Mother Holle's house. And at first she's afraid because Mother Holle has these gigantic teeth. But she's like, you know, it's okay, don't be afraid. When Mother Holle, come in and you can work for me. There's stuff that I have for you to do. But most importantly, I need you to make my bed. This is a big deal in fairy tale land. She's like, I need you to make my bed, and I need you to shake it so hard that the feathers come out, because for then there will be snow on the earth. I am Mother Holle. So I'm guessing that this is what's the word? Personification. English class. This is the personification of the Mother Nature. That's the idea of Mother Holle. So the girl stays with her for a really long time and does this work for her until finally she's like, finally? What the fuck happened there? Have another drink. Anytime I fuck something up or I mispronounce a word, drink. So she stays with her a long time, and finally she's like, I'm feeling strange. I don't know what it is. I think it's homesickness. I think I want to go home. And Frau Holle, or fucking German, Mother Holle is like, okay, I'm glad that you want to go home. You know, you've been very good to me. You've done your service. I'll take you back up to where you belong. And before she does that, she she gives her a golden shower, and it's not that kind of shower, but I like to think it is, because I mean, come on, I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy, and I think it's really fucking funny that she is showered with a golden rain, which is what it says in the book. To me, that shortens to golden shower. So she gets a golden shower, and in fairy tale language that just means that she comes home with a lot of gold. She goes back up to the surface or whatever, and she finds her stepmom and her sister, and she's like, here I am, you know, I'm back and I have all this gold. Stepmom's like, oh yeah, you know, ugly daughter, I favor you. You need to go get this, so I have an excuse to like you more. So the lazy daughter goes to the well, or goes to do the spinning, and she's like, fuck this shit, and she jams her hand into a thorn bush, whoop, drink. She jams her hand into a thorn bush and gets it all bloody, and she smears it all over the shuttle, and she drops it in the well, and she dives in after it. And she too blacks out, wakes up in the meadow. She comes across the bread oven, and the oven says to her, you know, I'm so baked. And she's like, no, I'm not going to take you out of the oven because that would make me dirty. And she comes across the apple tree, and again the tree's like, shake me, shake me. Like, yeah, right, I'd like that. You know, you'll drop apples on my head, no thanks. Ew. She comes across the house, and she knows that Mother Holle has these big teeth, so she's already, you know, prepared herself for it. And so she goes in, and for the first day, you know, she's diligent. She shakes out the bed, she makes the feathers, she makes it rain, and then that's it. I mean, for the rest of the time, she sort of half-asses everything. And finally, she tells Mother Holle that she's ready to go home, and Frau Holle's like, good, I'm glad you missed home. Can't wait to fucking get rid of you. So she takes her to the surface, except this time, instead of getting the cold shower, she gets covered in pitch. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically soot. When you hear somebody say, like, pitch black, that's what they're talking about. Side note, I dated a guy who said that something was pitch white, and that was the end of that relationship. Yeah, so she gets covered in pitch, and she gets sent back up, and the stepmother's like, what the fuck? And the daughter's like, I don't know. Okay, so there's this, there's this cock. Golden showers, cock, so baked. Fairy tales. So there's this cock who sits on the well, and as soon as he sees the girl, the ugly daughter, he cries out, you know, cock-a-doodle-doo, your dirty girls come back to you. Which is kind of funny, because in German, cock-a-doodle-doo translates to kikeriki. You decide what's better. Cock-a-doodle-doo or kikeriki, leave it in the comments. So he cries out, cock-a-doodle-doo, your dirty girls come back to you. And that's basically the end of the story. She's black as pitch forever, she can't get her off. And that's it. That's where the story stops. I'll read to you the exact final line. Donkeys, no, I'm sorry. But the pitch clung fast to her and could not be got off as long as she lived. Could not be got off. Done. So, if you have, oh wait, hold on, let's finish our drinks. Finish our drinks? There's no more whiskey left. Okay, well, fine. Okay, that's enough. Oh, drunk. Right, yeah. So, if you think you know the moral of the story, please leave it in the comments. If you have any suggestions for stories to do, leave that in the comments too. And if you have any favorite parts of the story, leave it in the comments. Favorite quotes, favorite reactions, whatever. Tell me things. So that's that. See you guys next time.